Hi fam, welcome to my channel. Let's talk. Let's do talk. Let's talk from a child advocate point of view. I really want to revisit the Micaiah Bryant case. Why I may have had a wrong point of view. Not so much as the advocacy part, but as far as the fact that the one in pink, according to a police officer, is 16 years old, because they said that Micaiah was about to stab another 16-year-old. So in order to be another, her being one, that means the other one was one also. And this opened up another perspective on how to assess the situation as a child advocate on behalf of Micaiah Bryant. It's the situation. Micaiah Bryant was assigned to a foster home. She was only there 2 months. Okay, according to the information, she did not have enough time to adjust to her new environment. Okay, what we also know is that there had been several calls from the foster mother regarding situations at the home that involved the foster. Micaiah was at home. Allegedly, the foster parent was not. And we'll handle the situation if she was too. So Micaiah was at home. The other underage girl who came to the house entered the home without an adult present. The fact that that's not her foster home or her foster resident did not give her the right to enter the premises. It couldn't be that she was babysitting, because she's not 18 years of age. Right? If she was a babysitter, she would have had to go through the process of being cleared, receiving clearance and background check and drug check test and all this necessary paperwork and investigative documentation. She enters the home. Information revealed that they told Micaiah to make up her room or her bed and all of this. What right did they have to enter the home with a young girl in an adjusting period to adapt to her new environment and tell her what to do? None. None whatsoever. If the foster parent was not there, they should not have entered the premises. They should not have even addressed Micaiah, because she may not have known them. It may have caused a trigger for her. Okay? The neighbor said that argument ensued. It was a situation where Micaiah did not feel comfortable enough to be put in a subordinate role to this other 16-year-old. If the foster parent was there, again, it lends to the situation that she did not have control over the situation, and that placed Micaiah in a situation where she was feeling unsafe, feeling threatened, and the environment was no longer conducive for her being there. Understanding that this child was placed in this home may not be comfortable. It is unfair for anyone that's not her foster parent or a child protective service to be telling her anything, especially if they don't know anything about her. Furthermore, any adults that were on the scene and did not assist her, did not try to make the scene more safe, and was just standing around, why were they there? If her parent or someone was there, why did they not lend a hand? keep Micaiah from hurting herself or anyone else. These are the things that I feel need to be looked at, be questioned, be observed, looked into, evaluated. Because so be it, she was in the care of the foster parent she was assigned, and that was her responsibility to provide a safe environment and to keep that child safe. Those children, or that child and that woman that came to the home, presented a threat to Micaiah, and therefore them addressing her not adjusting to the period of being in a new foster home, created an unsafe environment for Micaiah, created a threatening environment, them approaching her and trying to take authority over her, especially another 16-year-old. That was totally inappropriate. These are factors that may not have been scrutinized, that needed to be scrutinized to understand what escalated the situation. Okay? To me, it seems like a setup. Because if there's a birthday party, as they were stating, that was to be celebrated, a qualified adult should have been there that is authorized by Child Protective Service in the absence of the parent, should have been there taking control. The children knew the person, was informed that this person was going to be there, because we don't know what kind of triggers these children have, and that should have been the proper procedure. This should have been introduced so that when the foster parent is not there, they know who is going to be in charge. Not some person of their own peer group trying to dominate the situation or feel they have some kind of special authority because they've been there in the foster home before. That's not the way it works. That's not the way social groups work in foster homes. And just let's be honest. It was out of control. And the foster parent not being there escalated the situation to the level that it became, and the end result in the fatality of Micaiah Bryant. Look at these factors, because that child ended up not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. My point of view is, if the circumstance was so escalated that she had to get 4 times, then prior to that situation, when all those calls were being made, then the foster mother should have known that she could not have left that house with those children unattended. Period. That is seriously all around problematic. And those adults who were non-responsive to a child in need at that point did not help the circumstances, should not have been there. If they were there for a celebration, then they should have known to at least de-escalate the situation somehow, not stand around. The child or the adult female that was not in pink should not have been there unless she was authorized by Child Protective Service as a child care provider for that foster home and that foster parent. And those children knew that. Okay. Finally, I really want to say that if you notice the details of the situation, Micaiah could have been set up in the sense that if those females knew the environment, then they must have known how police respond, and she could have been set up, because if she's as sweet as depicted by people who knew her, something caused that child to get to that height. She had to have felt threatened prior to the police coming to the scene, where her flight or fight response was so strong that she was in fight mode so vehemently that nothing could stop her. And that needs to be addressed, because no child should be placed in a foster home where their fight or flight response is that heightened. One other thing, there was a fight that ensued on the premises that no one has addressed. When the 911 call was made, there were statements by the children or females stating being attacked, or somebody was coming after them, somebody had a knife, somebody was trying to fight them. It was stated that Micaiah or someone who was with Micaiah made a call. It was stated that the other 16-year-old made a call. But the point I want to make is that if they were fighting, that too should be addressed. And they were not authorized to be there, or the girl and the woman, whoever, that was a contributing factor to what happened. This should be addressed. Let me hear your comments, your point of view as an advocate for a child's well-being and safety. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, fam. Peace and blessings until I see you again. Thank you for your time.